Am I the idiot for giving my son $130K towards the down payment on his first house but not my daughter since he didn't touch a penny of his college fund? My wife and I have 2 children, daughter and a son. My daughter is a bit older, she went to college and now she works in brand and clients relationships. I have my son who never went to college, he had good SAT scores and all but never went. He did a gap year, and then from traveling had an idea to start some online businesses. I don't know exactly what he does because each time I talk to him he is always doing something different. We kept his college fund on hand in case he ever wanted to go. We have a lot of money saved in that account, plus it was invested in stocks so it appreciated considerably. When he went to buy a house we told him that we would give him this money. He doesn't need it by any means, he has plenty of his own, but we feel that it's the right thing, especially considering the fact that we doubted him when he initially didn't go to school. After hearing about this, our daughter is furious. She said that my son doesn't need the money, that she is struggling, and that it's messed up that it's going to her brother, especially since she didn't get that much for her college fund. I tried to tell her that the amount was the same, it was just that he was invested for a long period of time after when he went to college. But my daughter does not care, she is super upset about this entire situation and won't bother to understand the details of it. You're the idiot, and here's why. Each of your kids is not receiving the same amount. If you gave each of them $50,000 and that's equal, and your daughter could not complain. But you kept your son's. You invested it, not him. You gave your son's fund more time and attention than your daughter's, and that is not fair. This isn't about her struggle or not. It's about just being fair. The right thing to do would be to give your son the same amount you gave your daughter. Whatever is left over should be split between the 2 kids. Your son didn't ask you to invest his fund. His fund was not in his control. Again, you chose to spend more time on your son's fund, and that is not fair. If you gave him his fund when your daughter got hers, and he did the investing and made the choices, then any gains would be rightfully his. But you didn't do that. You did the work for him. You worked harder on his fund for no reason. That's not fair. Do the right thing. Give your son what his initial fund would have been, just like you did your daughter, and split the difference between the 2. That keeps it equal between your 2 kids, as it should be. You are the idiot. You kept the money on hand to help with his college. He decided against that. You opted to use money earmarked for one purpose for another. And you're giving them different amounts of money. Had you given your son the same as your daughter was given, it may be a different story. If your son is as successful as he claims, then why does he need the help? If your daughter is struggling and you have the means to support her, why aren't you? Story 2. Am I the idiot for sneaking out of the house like a teenager and not taking an escort? So, I got married to my husband 4 years ago, and now I always seem to have an escort/babysitter with me. It started originally because we were staying in my husband's native country, and he insisted that they were there to keep me safe, even though I had been to the country before without him and was perfectly fine on my own. I gave in because he was persistent, and his family all seemed to have similar arrangements, so I felt like I was the weird one for not being okay with it. Over the years it has become a full-time thing, no matter what country we're in. It's annoying and embarrassing. I don't even meet up with my old friends anymore because having someone hovering behind you 24/7 is not something any of us have ever been used to, and it completely ruined our friendship dynamic. The only time I don't have anyone with me is if I go to see family, and that's only because I made a huge stink over it. Recently, I reconnected with a friend of mine. By chance we were going to be in the same city at the same time, and she asked me to hang out. I lost touch with her before I met my husband, so the escort thing would definitely be weird to her. I ended up sneaking out of the house like a teenager so I could see her without an escort. When my absence was noticed, my phone was blown up by my husband, in-laws, and my usual escort. When I finally returned home, he was furious with me. He said I was acting like a teenager, and he was going crazy thinking something bad could have happened to me. I did apologize, but he's still upset with me. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Your husband is showing controlling and abusive behavior. Not sure what country the escort thing was normal in, but you're not a child, and if he needs eyes on you at all times, he needs to fix his own problem as to why he can't let you leave the house alone. Not the idiot, you are a prisoner. You do not have any freedom. Your husband is being extremely controlling, and how he treats you is abusive. It is that simple. You should not feel like you have to sneak out of your home. You do not need his permission to go anywhere by yourself. You need to get out of that situation as quickly as you can. Not the idiot. The situation sounds controlling. You're an adult and allowed to do what you want, when you want. Only thing I could say is maybe next time tell them, not ask, you're leaving without an escort because you probably scared/worried them with doing something out of the normal, especially if they're paranoid about your safety. Am I the idiot wanting my friend to stop pretending I am her husband? My 28 male coworker and friend Amber, 26 female, usually go on work trips alone and spend the night on different cities and hotels. Our friendship is purely platonic and we never did anything sexual or romantic at all. I have a girlfriend, 27 female, but Amber is single and always have casual sex with guys she meet on our trips. Our routine is that after we end our work for the day we go to a bar or something like that so she can find some men. She likes me being there to protect her when she is hunting, but there has never been a problem that required me to intervene. One morning, she told me something new. Apparently, the man she had sex with the night before thought that I was her husband or boyfriend and she didn't correct him. She liked the idea of the men she was doing thinking I was her cuckold, and wanted to do more of that. I didn't said anything because I thought she was joking. That night, when a waitress came to take or drinks order on the bar, she referred to me as her husband. I was shocked but didn't say anything. Later she left with a man and I saw the waitress looking at me and smiling. Next day, I told Amber to never do that again because I have a girlfriend, but she said that she already asked my girlfriend about this and she was okay. I told her that she still shouldn't do it. She told me I was being crazy and we argued more. Am I the idiot? Comments. Not the idiot. Amber is involving you in sexual situations without your consent. Further, she's trying to push you to directly participate without your consent. Stop going out with Amber. And have a serious conversation with your girlfriend. Your girlfriend is basically pimping you out without even having a conversation with you about it, assuming Amber is telling the truth. Amber may have lied to either you or your girlfriend. Not the idiot. Wow. In person, have a talk with girlfriend and be clear that this is a no because I'm wondering if Amber actually talked to the girlfriend and what in the world would make her think not getting your consent to this was an okay thing. It's beyond CRA. Your consent matters and you saying no should have been the end to it. Not the idiot. You have all the rights to have your own boundaries regardless of what your girlfriend thinks. Amber shouldn't have asked from your girlfriend regardless, and she may have created an issue by talking to her about it, if you hadn't already. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content and hit the bell for more videos.